So it, this is something I've agreed with too. It's like everyone tries to think that, and this is mentioned earlier in our off-air conversation, is that we think that innovation is an aha moment on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
What you've reduced it to is a process driven that's happens in a boardroom or meeting room that's more innovation by doing. And is that correct?
Yeah. Well, it is. It's really at a high level. It's very simple.
Yep.
Let's understand a problem that the
Yep.
customer's having and understand it in really deep detail,
And then
and
act. Yep.
then come up with solutions that
Yep.
will address that problem. At a
Yep.
high level, that's all we're doing. But you've heard the saying. I think Einstein gets quoted as saying this, that if I had an hour to save the world, I'd spend the first 55 minutes defining the problem, and
Yeah.
then the solution will become obvious. It's, and that's exactly the same thing here, right?
Yeah.
The way I like looking at it is, what are the chances that a product team is going to come up with a solution, randomly come up with a solution that addresses the top 20 unmet needs in a market if they don't know what the top 20 unmet needs in the market are?
Yeah.
It's slim to none, right? But
Yeah.
if you could say, hey, these are the top 20 unmet needs in the market, let's go solve them. They'll be crafting solutions in a day that will, help you get the job done significantly better.
Yeah.
And so just flipping it around on his head, we're saying, innovation doesn't have to be an ideas first approach. In other words, just like in the lean startup movement, um, you know, they they
Yeah.
suggest that people hypothesize the market, the needs, and the product all at once, and then
Mm-hmm.
you go do customer discovery and try to find product market fit. But you're iterating on the market, you're iterating on the needs, you're iterating on the product offering all at the same time. So chances of trying to solve that equation are pretty slim.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're suggesting is let's just do this sequentially. Let's go pick a market that we want to go after, like surgeons who are trying to restore blood flow in an artery, or parents who are trying to pass on life lessons to children. If there are groups of people trying to get a job done, right? Once we know that that's a good market, let's go understand all the needs, all the metrics that people use to measure success when getting a job done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now that we know all the needs and which ones are unmet, now let's come up with a product solution that will address at least 15 or 20 of those unmet needs. Because one thing that you did learn, Jeff, is that people aren't going to buy your product if it just gets the job done 1% better or 2% better. It has to be meaningful. And we
Mm-hmm.
put the threshold somewhere in the 15% range. So if you can help someone get a job done 15% better, then they'll often, you know, uh, you know, look to adopt your product or at least give it a chance.